Hello everybody, my name is Pravus and welcome to a new game for this channel, Medieval Dynasty. This game is brand new, hot off the presses. It only released into an early access state on Steam a couple of weeks ago, and it's already enjoying some very positive feedback from the community and is showing a lot of promise. I think that's exciting, so that's why we're going to try it out on the channel today. Let's see what this game has to offer. Now, Medieval Dynasty is a medieval RPG. It kind of reminds me of Kingdom Come Deliverance in a lot of ways, but it adds in some survival aspects and town building and management aspects as well, so maybe it's a little bit like Life is Feudal at the same time. You take those two games, have a baby, you basically get Medieval Dynasty. This game does have a good introductory story, and I'm looking forward to seeing how it's going to play out. Long story short, we are the eldest son of a prosperous and happy family in a peaceful valley, and then the war comes, and it takes everything from me, and everything's gonna die, and my family's like, oh, run, save yourself, and I'm like, okay, I'll do that. Where the heck do I go now? I know, I have an uncle up north who's supposed to be rich. Maybe he can tell me what to do. So that's what I'm doing right now. We are going to, I assume, Gostovia. That sounds pretty nice. So let's start a new life and go and meet our uncle. Now, as far as the goal for a game like this, it's a little bit open-ended, but I would say the standard way you're going to play the game is first surviving, building your own home, maybe getting married and having a kid, building up a farm, make sure you are self-sufficient, then expand, start hiring other people, let them do things for you, and if you can build up your prosperity enough, you become able to found your own town, hire a whole load of villagers who end up paying homage to you, work for you in some way, you become super wealthy, and you're practically a noble. I think that's the idea, starting from rags to riches, but it's not something you can really accomplish in only one character. Maybe you can, at least I don't know what it would be though. It really does lean into the dynasty aspect of the game. You are supposed to accomplish that goal over multiple generations that you will get to play with, and that's pretty darn cool, I think. I also want to say, I think the game looks beautiful. I mean, look at this. With the Unreal Engine, the graphics are pretty darn legit. Lighting effects are great. Stealing is very much a thing you can do in this game, and if we go over here to this shed, I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. I think doors are all, like, just sort of flopping open. You just sort of walk into them, and they just open right up for you, which is very nice. Let's rob this chest, and you can see we could steal a wooden hoe, which I'll go ahead and do, and in red here you can see that it is a stolen item, which if we try to sell to somebody might get us in a little trouble, so I'm not looking to do any of that, but, you know, stealing some early game tools might be enough to give me a little bit of an advantage and maybe survive whatever's coming. Hello, how are you doing, little Miss Dobramira, or whatever? Yep, here come all the NPCs. They're going off to work. When we have our own village, we'll actually be able to walk through it kind of like this and see all the villagers heading off to their assigned jobs, gathering up different resources for the good of the community or whoever is in charge of it. In the meantime, though, first thing we want to do is go and start our main quest, which means we need to talk to the Castellan, who is sort of like the village leader, or maybe village owner. I'm not really sure how the legality of that works exactly, but this is the guy that we want to talk to, Unigost, right over here. Hello! Let's see. Hey, stranger, what brings you to our valley? You don't look like a merchant or a pilgrim. No, I'm not. Racimir is my name, and I come from the south looking for my uncle, Jordan. I'll go ahead and give you the Cliff Notes version of what this guy is saying. Basically, I came here a few years too late. My uncle was indeed a very prosperous man in this town, and he had a very ambitious plan to trade with the German kingdoms to the west, but he got himself killed by bandits along the way, and there is nothing left for me here. However, the Castellan was a good friend of my uncle, and as a result is willing to let me stay in the village, craft my own tools, and even build my own house outside of the village property. So that's what he is encouraging me to do next. And here you can see some of the different controls of the game. We've got tab to access our character sheets. We can look for building menus as well as inspecting the environment, including finding some animals and stuff, which seems quite good. So all of that is very nice. Now, we need to follow our initial quest, which is kind of like the tutorial. So we're going to go and gather up some materials and build my own house. There's some sticks and stuff outside. I think we need a bunch of those. Let's go ahead and grab some sticks. Hey, look, Becky, I got sticks. Okay, got plenty of those. Now we gotta go and cut some trees, and this is where we may need to do a little bit of crafting. If we take a look over here, let's see. We need to get ourselves a stone axe. It takes a bunch of sticks and a couple of rocks, but we can pull that one off. Let's go ahead and craft ourselves our first axe. And we are gonna use this thing in order to start chopping down trees right outside the village. And I am sure that this is not gonna fall and smash down their wall and get me kicked out. No way that's gonna happen. That's going down. All right, boom, nice. So I think I can just like break it up into a bunch of logs here. Let's do that real quick. There we go. Logs. Can we break this up again? Maybe. I'm gonna pick you up. Yep, we can just carry logs around. That's normal, totally normal. Now, you do have to be mindful of your character's need for both food and for water, so make sure you don't ever run out of any of that. We couldn't collect from some birch branches for more sticks. I did see mushrooms and stuff out here. The berries right now are unripe, and you have to wait for specific seasons for those to become useful. The same thing might be true about these mushrooms. I don't really know. If we take a look at our inventory over here, we can take a quick look-see. Morel Mushrooms. This seems pretty good. Let's try eating this and pray that it does not kill me. Seems like I'm doing all right. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and take that as a net positive. Okay, admittedly, I might be carrying a few too many logs. It's so much encumbrance. What have I done? It's fine, we should be able to just drop a few of these. Let's just drop, like, I don't know, 6 of them here for the moment, and that should make things a little bit easier. Okay, so where do we want to be building our first house? Good question. Storages, resources, houses, there we go. Can I build inside the town? Is that the sort of thing that I want, or would I prefer to build outside? Well, I don't think he gave me authority to build inside of the town. I think it does need to be somewhere out there. Maybe down close-ish to the river, just because being near a source of fresh water does make a lot of sense to me. Here we go, maybe something like this. There we go. We'll go ahead and place it right down there, close to the bridge, not too far from the village. Still a good spot, I think, in a lot of ways. All right, so that's just the foundation of our house. If we want to be building this thing up, though, there's a lot more we are going to need. If I go to my inventory, do we already have, let's see, a wooden hammer? Yes, this is what we want to equip, so let's go ahead and do that. There we go, move it over to slot 2. Okay, so if we click on 2 here, we have a wooden hammer. We can see that there's ways we can edit it. In order to build out the basic walls, we're going to need some more sticks, and we're going to need some logs. I can go get that. Okay, there we go. If I were to simply use my hammer right along here, will this build it up? Just needs a bit more sticks, and there we go. Okay, we have our first wall built up. Now we gotta do this for, like, everything else. Okay, so we got the walls all set up. Now, in order to get the roof, we need some straw, and that's something I'm not really sure how best to get. The best way I can think of is to go and get some straw by, like, harvesting it from fields, but it's not like I have those fields yet, so maybe I need to buy it, or maybe I need to steal it. Or actually, now I can collect some of these reeds. Oh, weird. Okay, I'm not too sure why we weren't able to do this before. You can see that I just gained a level in a skill for survival. We'll come back to that in a second, but that seems important. Okay, we should only need to finish up this last little section right along here. Oh, yes, thank you, I do see that, and boom! We have built our first home in such a nice, picturesque little area. It's gonna make for a very good outpost when I inevitably abandon this and build my own mansion. But for now, quite happy with this. So here it is. Now, where did all this stuff come from? I don't know. Those weren't in the crafting materials, but there it is. We've got ourselves some beds. We got ourselves a chest. And we got ourselves a cauldron to cook things. Weird thing to note, by the way, I just actually tried moving my tool into a toolbar, that wooden hoe we stole before, and after equipping it, apparently, it's no longer a stolen item. That's interesting. Steal tools, equip them, take them off, sell them, lots of money. Well, with that done, now let's take a look at our skills. And we should have an extra point we can spend here in the survival tree, and it's a literal tree right down here. So what we want to do, let's see, iron liver, more resistance to poisoning, insensitive for temperature tolerance, or just, you know, more skill points from survival activities. That sounds like it's probably a good thing to do, so let's go ahead and increase the level there. Ba-boom! Extra skill points from survival activities. Now let's see, I could use a little bit of coin. Is there any sort of a vendor nearby? Well, I do see a big bag on my little compass up here, and I think that does mean that there's a shop owner, or at least somebody who could buy and sell stuff. Hello, cow! Don't you look like lots of fun? Could buy for 5,000 gold. Don't want to do that. Hello, Sobumir. Let me see. Show me your wares. Can I possibly sell you something and get some money? Now, supposedly unwrapped berries are a pretty good way of making money because you can get a bunch of them very quickly, and even though you can't eat them, they're worth a teensy-weensy bit of money, so sell a bunch of these pretty quick, gather up a few hundred in a few minutes, and all of a sudden you can actually have a little bit of cash to work with. Now, something I would like to do is make some more tools. Let's see. We can't get ourselves like a scythe or anything to start off, which is something I wanted, because if we can get a scythe, we can harvest up some of these crops during the night, and as long as no one sees us doing it, it's not considered theft. Or, I'm sorry, it is theft, but there's no consequences. That's what I would like to do, but without a scythe, that's going to be a little bit on the tricksy side. We could possibly buy a scythe, or if we can find somebody who has one that we can rob, that also works pretty well. Gosh dang it, does nobody have a scythe or anything? I can't find anybody with stuff that's worth stealing. This place is barren. This village sucks. There are a bunch of tools and stuff over here. Interesting. What if I get into this house right here? Let's see. There is a chest. Can take a look-see real quick. Nope, some coins. Don't care about that. All the villagers are just kind of sitting around the fire except for this guy who's apparently decided sitting on the fire, both of you actually, is the best place. Okay, early access. Early access. Things like that are bound to happen here and there. Well, I suppose we can head back to our home. Now, one fun quirk about this game is the way that time works. Every season, so spring, summer, fall, winter, is only 3 full days. So be aware that if you ever waste time, you literally are spending weeks of doing nothing. You can't just sit around doing absolutely nothing in your life. It's just not going to work out well. So what kind of crafting could we do right now? Well, I do need a stone skinning knife, so I guess we'll go ahead and craft one of those. I also could really use a rabbit trap, apparently. And let's see, fences, campfires, traps. There you are. Rabbit trap takes some sticks. I can go ahead and build one of those. And if we could find a place where the bunnies are living, we could try hunting one of those, and maybe we can get some food. We also apparently need some sort of a spear, and that takes an entire log. Now, I'm sure that chopping trees at night is not a hazard at all, so let's go ahead and do that. Good way to steal someone's trees if we so desired. Oh, that nearly hit me. So we'll go ahead and make ourselves a spear, and that's one way we're going to be able to hunt some early animals. We do need to do that. Ugh, nothing like a nice night's sleep. Ooh, look at the fog over the river. That's super duper cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and craft myself one of those wooden spears we were talking about there. So I'll go ahead and grab one of those. And let's go and check on my trap and see if we did catch a wascoey widow wabbit. And the answer is no, of course we didn't. I don't even know if this is a good place for a trap. Where am I supposed to find a wabbit? Oh, I see a wabbit! I see a wabbit! Okay, you stay still. Don't go far. Where'd you go, little wabbit? I need to kill you. Hang on, come here. Where are you? Okay, he's taunting me now, but I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to throw, and... shoot! Yeah! Oh, that is gory and sad. All right, but because we have a knife, we should be able to hunt this thing down and actually gather up its skins to turn into leather and, of course, get some meat as well, which I can cook over a fire in order to get some much-needed protein. Well, since there's not a whole lot else to do until we have survived the season, I guess we can go ahead and start planting down some crops of our own, right? And this area seems like it'll get a pretty good amount of sun, so let's go to crafting. We want to go to building, farming, and then plant down some fields. Yes, something like this. There we go. We actually can select a much larger area. That makes much more sense. Okay, so let's go ahead and start plowing it down like this. And we'll need to get ourselves some manure in order to grow some proper crops, but at least I will be able to become somewhat self-sufficient. Okay, let's see. A bag of manure is required, huh? Well, I don't know where to get manure except maybe the guy who has some cows can sell me something? Let's find out. Yeah, he's got some. Unfortunately, it's a little on the expensive side at 10 gold each. Okay, well, let's buy at least a couple bags of manure. I don't know how far a single bag of manure is going to go. We're gonna go find out real quick. For some reason, I can't assign the manure to a quick slot, which is what I was expecting. Maybe I actually need to have a bag. Can I craft bags and put the manure in it? Is that necessary? Let's find out. Simple bag takes leather, which I don't have, and I might need some processing materials in order to do that. Let's go to building, survival, let's see, fishing hut, hunting lodge. Well, all that sounds pretty good, but I don't have the tech for it yet. Crafting? No, we don't have everything we need for this either. Okay. Maybe, nope, we can't do any sort of, like, woodsheds or anything. Good lord, what can I do? Yeah, we did get another point for our survival skill from gathering things. That certainly seems kind of nice. Let's see. Survival sense, sensing mushrooms, feathers, and herbs in inspector mode. That sounds pretty darn good. Also, just generally more health. I think we're gonna go for the survival sense so I can detect things a lot easier. That seems pretty good. Well, since we're looking for something to do, I suppose we could go talk to some of these other villagers and see if they have a quest for us. This guy's got a little exclamation point. Maybe he does. Alwyn, hello, my name is Racimir. The handle of your scythe broke. Okay. Well, if I could build you a new scythe, I'm sure you would be thrilled with that. I don't know how to do that. What about you, lady? It says you got a quest for me. Amelia, can I help you with something? Missing ingredient for berries. Would you be so kind to get some berries? Sure, I can find berries. Let's go get berries. Aha, finally found some berries deep in the wood. They're unripe, but she didn't specify that they had to be ripe. We could bring some unripe berries. Maybe it tastes better or something. I don't know. Ooh, I see a lot of little rabbits, though. I want to get you. Where'd you go? Don't you run, little rabbit. I see you there. No. Stay put. No, stay put. Did I get him? Oh, I totally got him. Nice. All right, let's go ahead and skin this thing. Gotcha, sucker. Ah, moving target. Oh, and its legs are still twitching. Oh, that's really sad. I'm sorry, little rabbit, but I need to consume your flesh. It's getting dark. Don't feel like I accomplished nearly as much in the second day, but the game does seem to intend to make me wait a little bit. Question, can I possibly cook something? We don't have enough resources to cook anything particularly exciting. Okay, can I instead then come here outside, and we will craft up, let's say, a little campfire right along here. Now let's light the fire with a torch that came out of absolutely nowhere. And now I should be able to cook some stuff. No, I don't want to sleep. I just want to do a quick little cook. Roasted meats. Yes, roasted rabbit. I hear it's extremely nutritious. Okay, day 3. Moving on. You know, we haven't checked our rabbit strap in a while. Let's see if anything came out of that, though I somewhat doubt it, because I don't think I placed it in a good spot. No, I take that back. There is, in fact, a little rabbit in here. I'm going to go ahead and collect that. Hello! You are mine now. Thank you. Oh, the game's giving me a pop-up about getting married. Okay. We would need to have a wife to ensure the survival of my dynasty. She can rethink our talents and heal our wounds. Yeah, it seems very, very nice. However, we're not in a position where I can get that right now, and I don't want to recruit these people to a non-existent village, so forget that. Oh, the guy who had a broken scythe just wanted a stick. Oh, I have plenty of those. Here, take the stick. We finish up more of his story. Okay, well, if we actually take a look here at our journal, we can learn a little bit more about what's going on here, wait for the next day, and then something else is going to happen. All right, fair enough. There's Amelia. Hey, how you doing? I've got yourself some berries. Okay, thank you. This is for your trouble. I get 3 apples. Nice, we completed a quest. Let's take a look at the world map over here, just to give you some sense of how much larger this place is than you might think. I see a question mark over here. Certainly seems like this is where we would be able to go if I want to talk to that hunter guy. Also, what's going on up over here? There are quests in Baranica as well, apparently. But we're all the way down here, so I'm going to have to run for a long time to get all the way to this hunter out in the middle of nowhere so we can fight some wolves. Which sounds suicidal, but I'm game. And so we begin our grand trek to the hunter. Actually, we're passing through a nearby village just across the river, and apparently there's another quest for us somewhere in here. Let's take a quick look-see and see if there's someone to talk to. Hello, Mr. Edgar. What's up? Can I help you with something? You have a hole in the roof. I can give you what you need. What do you need? I've got what you asked for. I do? What? I don't know what I gave him. I'm gonna assume it was some straw. Hooray! That was easy. Whoa! Whoa! I see a wolf. Okay, yeah. I don't feel like dealing with that right there if I can avoid it. You guys usually travel in packs, right? I see you howling. Oh, dear lordy me! Save me, Sambor! You're the hunter I'm looking for, actually, aren't I? Yeah. Okay, who are you and what do you want? I am Racimir, Jordan's nephew. You have concerns regarding wolves. Jordan, great man. Shame we lost him. If you're only half the man he was, you might be worth my time. So, about the wolves. Yes, 2 packs that have grown up too fast. Oh, so I don't have to fight the wolves exactly. I just have to warn everybody. Hey, do you have anything in here that I can steal? Just don't mind me. I need to go inside and take a look real quick. Oh, you definitely have a few things. There, I'm just gonna steal all of his leathers and stuff. I'm sure he won't mind. Jump out window! Ah, can't do that. Okay, well, he didn't see a thing. He suspected nothing. Jordan was a great man. No doubt about it. I am not even a quarter of the man he was. There should really be an athletic skill in this game so that I can run a lot faster with better endurance. For all they know, there actually might be an athletic skill I haven't actually checked, but I'm about to pass out. So, took me a while, but we are now arriving back in the village. Gotta find Unigas and warn him about the wolves. There you are. Hey, there's a loner lurking in the woods, but he knows the game around here and believes that there are wolves that are going to be a problem. Okay. I was afraid it would be something like that. Here's your first reward, courtesy of the last tax collection. Okay, great. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. He'll take care of the defense, but we need to go make sure that Venica is prepared as well. So we would have to go and help them build palisades, or at least convince them that they need to build palisades. Oh, Venica is very far away. It's an even longer run than going and talking to the guy who's living around the wolves. Okay, well, not gonna worry about that right now, but I think that we're looking pretty solid. We're about to finish up the next season, move on into, I assume, either summer or fall. I don't know what season we're in right now exactly, but hopefully we'll be able to continue building our reputation with this settlement and start gathering up some new technologies and stuff. And actually, speaking of technology, we can look over here and see that there are different things we can research if we can get enough points for our building and our crafting, etc. So right now we're at 10 points in terms of survival. Get enough of these together and we will be able to unlock the hunting lodge, at which point we can then buy a bunch of different schemes like bird traps and arrows and wooden campfires, etc. Farming would require some points, and then we can build a food storage and workshops and blah, blah, blah. The more we continue to craft, the more we build, the more we, expand, the more we'll be able to continue building up our own self-sufficient, processing and workshop buildings. And once we have everything we need as far as our own living conditions and farms, etc., we'll be able to start constructing a proper village and encourage a lot of villagers to abandon their current fief and come and work for me. That would be ideal, but it's something we will do in the future. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If so, then I would ask that you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.